right, man. Detroit Pistons trade Kevin Knox, Saddiq Bey for James Wiseman, the former. Was he number 2 overall pick? Yeah, Anthony Edwards was number 1. Wiseman was number 2, and the Warriors chose not to go with LaMelo Ball at 2, and they went with Wiseman at 2. They needed a big fella. You hear some people say, well, Kerr don't know how to play him. I mean, I was looking at him just a little bit in Memphis. Athletic guy, kind of was compared to Bosh because he left-handed. Could go out there and shoot, I think, a little bit. Could post. I mean, how you not use a guy like that? You know, everybody, Kevon Looney can't shoot. So, I mean, I don't know what it was that he did. He wasn't able to integrate with the Warriors. They play with good pace. You know, maybe it was difficult. You know, he missed a lot of his college career over that little thing with the money. You know, I don't watch enough games to know, but you'll think he'd be really good in the pick and roll and the pick and pop game. But Saddiq Bey was then traded from Golden State Warriors for 5 second-round picks from the Warriors. The Hawks sent 5 second-round picks to the Warriors for Saddiq Bey. So now Saddiq Bey is in Atlanta. I mean, I'm not gonna have a knee-jerk reaction to it. We was talking about it because we heard it might happen. I'm wait and see, bro. I mean, the Pistons have put me in a predicament where I'm going to wait and see before I make any real opinions on it. One thing I love about Troy Weaver is that he loved giving guys a second opportunity. He gave Knox a second opportunity. I love that. They tried to get Cam Reddish. But you know, speak on Saddiq Bey real quick. They fucked over Saddiq Bey. You know, he got here. He had to compete for shots with Jeremy Grant. Then he had to compete with shots with Bojan Bojanovic. They never had no real faith in him. If you had to tell me one of the 3 guys to be traded from that draft class, who would be first? I would think it would be Killian Hayes or Isaiah Stewart before him. But like I said, Dwayne Casey, you know that game he dropped 50 in Atlanta. Guess what? They called his number. They called his plays. They got him into a rhythm. He's one of them dudes that find a rhythm, then the sky's the limit. He's not a guy that's going to sit on the wing and just sharpshoot. He needs to be in the rhythm. He needs to be engaged. He needs to get his blood flowing. He needs to get reinvigorated. And some guys just need to see the ball go in the bucket early and they be in the rhythm the whole game. And Dwayne Casey never drew it up for him to be in the rhythm. And, you know, they really don't have a structured offense. It don't look like. And Bojanovic and Jeremy Grant just said, you know what? We veterans. We've been around the block. We're going to take our shots. If you're going to shy away from taking shots, we're going to take what's on your plate and eat what's on our plate. And anybody else that don't want the shit on their plate, we're going to eat it too. Simple as that. Don't forget to check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist if I ain't say so. So they did it to him. Yep. They played him. And they wasn't trying to like do nothing with him. They wasn't trying to get him the ball, backdoor cuts, pin down screens. You know, they ain't trying to get him coming off a curl or a catch and shoot or nothing, dog. They just didn't have no structure. You know, hopefully get somewhere where they play with some pace and they get him in the rhythm. But he gonna have to be more assertive, bro. He just too reserved. He got to find an alpha in him. Where he gonna find himself overseas, bro. He gotta be an alpha, bro. He got too much talent. You know, they didn't highlight his ability to run the pick and roll. They didn't highlight his ability to isolate and get his own shot. They didn't use his ability to post. They didn't use his playmaking ability. They just used him as a guy that stretched the floor for the most part. So, I think a lot of his abilities when not utilized, underutilized. They ain't do a good job of utilizing him. So I wish him the best, but what they need to realize is they need a 3-and-D wing. That's what it needs. They need a 3-and-D wing. So you need a wing that's gonna go out there and defend and stretch the floor. Simple as that. Somebody like Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. That's what they need. That's exactly what they need. So until they figure, I don't know, man. I'm gonna do a live pretty soon. I don't know, man, but you know, with Wiseman, I'm not gonna have a knee-jerk reaction. He was a number 2 overall pick. Could have went number 1. I think one of the reasons the Warriors went with him, they needed a big, and then also LeVar went to running his mouth about how the LaMelo didn't need to learn from the Warriors, and I think he said he didn't want LaMelo to go there, and this, that, and the third. So you heard that. So I mean, so I think that played a large part in it. His daddy just not shutting the hell up like he doing now, robbed his son of an opportunity. But nonetheless, I mean, Wiseman been hurt. It's hard to make up ground. So he with a team that's more of his age demographic. He can defend. He gonna have to defend. He has the ability to defend. He offensively got game. This is second chance, and after this, he probably gonna be out the league. So, hopefully he ain't got to sit there and chuck up threes all day. Hopefully they get out, start running. They post up. Hopefully he get in there, stay healthy, rebound the ball. I heard people say the Pistons getting killed on the board, and him and Durant can play together. I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, only time will tell, I don't see that's the stretch forward that they need, but we'll see. I'm thinking more guys in John Collins, Tobias Harris range. And people say, well, what's the difference between him and Kristaps Porzingis? I mean, Porzingis is he's proven to be a little more mobile on the perimeter. I mean, I'm pretty sure Wiseman can too. And Porzingis can shoot it too. So I mean, you just bearing with him. I mean, how much pressure you want to put on the kid, to be honest? You gave Knox a sample size and it didn't work. So, but we don't know what goes on in the locker room from a personality standpoint. But you gotta look at this as a fresh start. Continue to work on your body, continue to work on your game, and see what they can do. Him and Durant they both athletic, so I mean, you don't have a problem running up and down the floor. And see if they can make it happen, bro. So he got an abundance of talent. Portland was interested, a few other teams were interested. Pistons wasn't the only one, so it's just like Warriors was just trying to shed cap. So I mean, obviously, so it'd be interesting to see how they work. But you take a flyer on the talent. They wasn't willing to bear with him. They weren't willing to work on him. But I think Kuminga. What happened to Kuminga? Did he fall out their rotation? Moody fell out their rotation. So. The only one that's playing is Jordan Poole. And you got to remember, he sat on the bench for a long time before he got a chance to play. So you got to remember that too. So it took him a while to have to develop. So when you got a veteran team like that, bro, it ain't that much playing time. So you got to prove it in practice first. And a lot of these dudes don't have no practice habits. I remember old school coaches say you got to do it in the practice before I'll let you do it in the game and playing in the game. And a lot of people, they wasn't practice players. They was prime time and game players. So, but, at the end of the day, I'm not going to kill it. You got a lot of the same. Got two left-handed bigs in Bagley and James Wiseman. Where did that leave Isaiah Stewart, James Wiseman? You keep Burke. You keep Noel. Didn't they keep Noel? You keep Bojanovic. That means they really plan on. And I think Burks and Noel got a team option. I believe it is. So they still control their rights. So they really, from what it looked like, they really believe in what they doing in the court. And, he ain't think about banking on getting Victor Wembanyama neither. So they know they're not going to get him. But they thinking they going to win with the court next year. If they come back, I don't care if they ask Scoot Henderson scoot that ass to the left, Victor Wembanyama, Victor Cantaloupe. If they think they coming back with Dwayne Casey and these same core players that overlap each other as constructed, they not gonna win nothing, bro. The coach you got to get the right coach, and then the roster gonna need a lot of turnover. I done seen enough of Hayes. If he come back, so be it. I done seen enough of Stewart. I done told y'all Bagley was a bad signing when nobody G League Argonauts wouldn't have gave him that contract if they could. Who else we got in there? Them in particular, I didn't seen enough. Bojanovic, Burke should be spearheading your bench with Isaiah Livers. And, Diallo probably going to be an odd man out as well, too. So, probably Burks, Bojanovic, maybe Diallo. You need a three that can 3 and D. So, a lot got to happen. And I'm not sure Troy Weaver's seeing this how I'm seeing it. But maybe he just saying we're going to stockpile talent. We're gonna see what work, what don't work, then kind of, move out the pieces that don't really work. And that could be what he's doing. And let the new coach figure out how to make it all work. Who you don't want, we'll move on from. We'll move them. It'll be fluid. So, we'll see. We'll see. But it's a lot of these dudes that do the same thing. They still, if it's hard, if Duren and Wiseman can be a modern 5 and 4, perfect. And they can hold their own defensively, then at the 3, what you gonna do? Bogdanovic can't continue to be 03, bro. He don't rebound, he don't defend. That's a problem. So then that means you asking Cade and Ivy to be the best defensive backcourt in the league while trying to figure each other chemistry out. That's a lot to ask. You need a wing that can take on it, that can take a defender Durant's, that can knock down 3-pointers. You need a wing that can do some things, bro. They need a wing that can hold his own. So, so they need that wing, man. And if, Wiseman don't work out or whatever don't work out, then they need a 4 that can rebound and defend and knock down. Hey, I don't know. But if they plan on competing next year, a lot got to go right. And he got a lot that Weaver got to get right. But I ain't complaining. I'm all for giving guys a second chance. You wasn't going to use base, so we'll see what happens. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.